Okay, Chris, we're back, and we're gonna pick up where we left off, and we're working on kids biology. Right off the bat, looks like the console is not a lot of, or there's no issues that we can see right off the bat with that. But right off the bat, kidsbiology.com. This logo up here should be clickable, which it's not. It should be able to take me back to the home page from any point on the site. So every single page needs to have this with a home link. As we scroll down, everything looks to be at least in order with that. This play over here needs to be all the way fully exposed so we can see it. This sidebar looks like it's really far off from where it should be compared to the other site. This Miamiopia needs to fit as well as with all these other ad icons need to fit with inside this bar, the sidebar that is. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll start testing out the links on the home page. Right off the bat, this says this page cannot be found. So that is a huge problem that we have. If I cannot click on the online biology textbook and it's nowhere to be found. So we'll need to fix that. Let's click on human biology. Okay, at least that brings up a page that looks right. Animals of the world. And we can get into this a little bit more, but you can see on the animal page, for some reason, every single animal is exposed, which I don't know how that happened, but that was not like that on the last revision. So that's definitely not going to need to be changed. They're all, for some reason, completely out of order, context, nothing's been clicked, and they're all just hanging out there. Back to the links, biology games, takes us to the right page. And therapy dogs. And so right here, these therapy dogs, page cannot be found. Need to fix that as well. Now let's go to our links inside of our little Flash player. Seem to be working okay. Animal database is taking a little bit to load. I'm not sure what's going on there, but something's going on with this animal database link where it doesn't want to load. So that needs to be taken care of. Now let's move on to the top links. All right, so we come to biology. Again, the player needs to be out so we can see it. This bottom section doesn't really look like what we see on the original, so that needs to be fixed. Make sure it's indented; it shouldn't be all lined down the side like that. Let's move to the inside of one of these. Already, we can see it's taking us to the HTTPS. Again, that's not what we should be doing. All of these links are doing that. Make sure they're all changed. Let's move inside of one of these. Even though this is definitely going to the wrong link, you can see that this doesn't look like the old site at all. We need to make sure this is identical to what we see here. Completely different. So let's make sure those changes are put in. Okay. Living things, again, this needs to look exactly like what we see over in the other site. And you can see here, nothing the same. Different colors, organized, aligned properly. We have these pictures that are all showing up in here. Look, we're already missing. We have the HTTPS, but this is all bunched over together. This just needs to be aligned more properly. Let's go to the next one. Again, things look very different in terms of what we're seeing over here. So you can see Oops, wrong page. Okay, so that's in order. Okay, let's move on to human biology. Let's first get out of here and so we can get back off of the HTTPS. Okay, human biology. Again, all of the it seems to be everything in the Flash players, anything that's Flash related, all of these seem to go to the HTTPS. This link, this food article is definitely not what it should be. This looks terrible. This needs to be fixed. I'm not sure why the graphics and the text are all over the place. I hit next down here and there's no page found and it takes me to the HTTPS. If I come down here and hit back, guessing it does the same thing. Yep. So those need to be fixed. Let's go back. Click on the other one. Again, all of this is not right. Does not look anything like what we see on the other old site. All the graphics are everywhere. Yep. And once again, when I click next or previous, I get a page that is not found. Let's see. Back to human biology. Bones. Again, inside of Bones. Looks like this time it actually works, even though these pages are not designed correctly. A lot of styling issues need to be taken care of. Digestive seems to work, just has styling issues. Again, it's all taking us to the HTTPS, which is what we don't want. So all of that needs to be fixed. Let's move to animals. Right off the bat, like I said earlier, this, you can see all of this, something, it takes us to the animals thing takes us to the HTTPS, which is weird. Let me get out of this once again. Animals. Okay, you can see that all the animals are exposed. In our console, it seems to be that there's some reference errors, but more importantly, we have our right sidebar once again that's sticking out, but all of our animals are exposed. This is not what we want. This bottom does not look like what we're used to from the old site. If I click on Aardvark, see, then it starts to actually work. But when I don't click on anything and I just show up at the site, the animals are everywhere. Again, I just clicked on a vampire bat. Looks like there's a picture there with the description and all this. And so we'll need to make sure that all the pictures are in here. Like this one, the kitty hognose bat. There's no description, nothing. So every animal for every single section needs to make sure that they have an image, a description, and the animal facts. Okay, let's get to biology games. Click on biology word. Doesn't look like this is appearing if I go to word search. If I We got a biology hangman. Biology hangman appears. So word search is not appearing. And there's 2 biology hangmans. Doesn't seem right. This looks like a memory game. So there's 2 titles, biology hangman, when that clearly should not be the case. But the more important thing is there's a huge gap in here. These need to be aligned correctly. All the styling needs to be correct, like we see on the old site. And other than that, it looks like our footer and our header are in, and our sidebar links are in. All right, so that'll do that for kids biology.